So today we're going to talk about fall protection, different forms of fall protection in the roofing industry, and the importance of site inspections. So fall protection varies from project to project. On a project like this, you have parapet walls higher than 42 inches, but you also have 32 skylights that are not designed for human weight. So for this project, when I did a site inspection, I walked the whole perimeter of the building and identified all the hazards that there are in the building. So that's open holes, rusted decking, so on and so forth. After I identified all the hazards, I came up with a game plan on how I'm going to protect the crews while they're out here from these unprotected skylights. So we have the safety nets. For these safety nets, they can withstand 1,000 pounds of force, and they're connected to the skylight or attached to the skylight at the curb with an industrial grade ratchet strap. It's tightened down. I'll show you guys real quick. It's tightened down at the curb, and it's holding this net in place. So in the instance where if you're backing up and you fall through the skylight, the net will catch you, preventing you from falling all the way to the ground. So all these skylights ended up getting these nets besides a few. So that's where I utilized our control access zones. So a control access zone is somewhat like warning lines, but not really. When we use warning lines, we use that at an unprotected edge with parapet walls lower than 42 inches. When you're inside the warning lines, you do not have to be tied off. But once you're outside the warning lines, you do have to be fully tied off. But control access zones are areas that when you're inside the box, you need to be tied off. For this job, since it is a metal roof, you're able to utilize a safety monitor and while you're inside these controlled access zones. So a safety monitoring system needs to be someone that is competent and is not distracted by their phone or distracted by other tasks. So they need their whole role is to be fully paying attention to any hazards and anything that can put the crew at risk while they're working in these controlled access zones. Now, other than that, that's really it for this job. Falls are the leading cause of death in the roofing industry today. And the goal is to always protect you guys from falls or any other hazards that can cause you harm. Back to the skylights before I end this video. Always make sure that you're keeping these skylights clean. This is very important so we can continue using these on other projects. So always spray a foot out and do the rest of the building first. These skylights should be the last task that you do. And it's the most important one because for quality as well. This is where you can do your detail work and making sure that everything is up to our quality standards. So these skylights should be the last thing you do. So when you're spraying, make sure you spray a foot out and you're keeping this area clean. So a few things about tags and labeling. All these skylight nets come with a tag. It's a metal tag that the manufacturer made. These tags need to be kept clean at all times. So if you need to mask this with tape, if you need to put duct tape over the front or something, it needs to be kept clean at all times. OSHA needs these tags to prove that we're not using anything that's out of standard. So every skylight that is covered has these blue storage bags. These blue storage bags, when you're done, make sure that you undo the ratchet strap and you put it inside the bag and then lower it to the ground. Never drop them to the ground. If you drop them, they can break the strap, which will make this net useless. So make sure that you're keeping good care of all your equipment and thinking about the next person so they're able to use this equipment and utilize this equipment as well.